Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very sorry that events have conspired against me and that I cannot be with you in Luxembourg today. I was looking forward to coming to your conference and talking about the central role that I believe the insurance sector can play in supporting recovery and growth in Europe. Jobs and growth is, of course, the new European Commission's top priority. We're seeking to promote it through the €315 billion investment package, through our new focus on the single market and free trade, and a new drive on better regulation. We're also bringing a new focus to a smaller number of priorities, with less new legislation. And I'll be following the same approach in my own area, with more of an emphasis on bedding in existing rules rather than adding new ones. I know that businesses need certainty and stability to be able to plan ahead. Regulation also needs to be proportionate, and we need to strike the right balance between managing risk and enabling growth. We shouldn't be afraid to look at our legislation and ask whether we've always struck that right balance. Insurance helps us lead our daily lives. It protects us from accidents or ill health, it helps us plan for our future, and of course, it helps the whole economy turn over, insuring businesses against risk, but also investing all those premiums in the wider European economy. It's the largest single pool of investment in the European Union, more than €8.5 trillion in 2013. So, as the guardian of one of the biggest sources of funding in Europe, I'm keen to work closely with you in a number of areas in the coming years. The first of these is the Capital Markets Union. The free movement of capital was one of the 4 fundamental principles on which the European Union was built. Yet over half a century on from the Treaty of Rome, we still don't have a fully functioning single market for capital across our 28 member states. At its most simple, the aim of the Capital Markets Union is to link savings more effectively with businesses that need investment to grow. And as long-term investors, the insurance industry has a key role to play, for example, in investing in infrastructure. So we're looking at the creation of a distinct infrastructure asset category under Solvency II by the end of this year on the basis of advice we will get from EIOPA. Another issue I'm sure you'll be discussing in Luxembourg is international capital standards. This is an important topic, and we should take the time to get the international standards right. For example, in regard to the new standards under discussion for globally systemic insurers, it seems to us that any extra capital requirement should focus on the systemic factors specific to these companies. It should not just require more capital in a crude way, which would just penalize size. When the proposed standard has been agreed at the global level, then the Commission stands ready to consider it, logically as part of the review of Solvency II. The co-legislators in the European Parliament and in the Council will also need to be involved in this work. We need a democratic element too. Insurance is so important to our economy and citizens that I want to know if the industry and consumers are making the most that the European Union and the single market has to offer. That's why, later this year, I'll publish a green paper on retail financial services. Do consumers have the full range of choices in insurance that they should in a market of 500 million people? Are there opportunities in that market that insurers should be able to seize but can't? Are there barriers to choice, competition and growth that don't need to be there? These are the kinds of questions I want to address. I'll approach them with an open mind. I understand that there are some deep-rooted reasons why there are national differences in insurance, legal factors, differences in taxation, or quite simply because the cost of fixing things varies widely across the EU. I'll listen closely to what the industry and consumers have to say, and I'll be led by the evidence. But if we can use the single market to enable citizens to choose more and better products, to open up new markets for businesses, then I think we should take that chance and show that Europe can deliver. I very much hope that you have an interesting and productive day. I've asked the representatives from the Commission that are there today to let me know the views that are expressed. I'm grateful to those of you who've replied to the Green Paper consultation on Capital Markets Union, and I'd welcome any suggestions as to how the insurance industry can help strengthen the European economy. My apologies again for not being there with you today, but I look forward to joining you another year. Thank you very much.